serious about Jesus. Lot of mercy, God's children, you know what I'm talking about now. Ha! So let's get serious. Time to get serious, you know what I'm talking about. Sense. Live up, live up, live up, live up. Let's get serious. How about Jesus? Yes, let's get serious. How about Jesus?
DBS News. Fresh in the morning. Eye-opening and balanced. The DBS Morning News starts right now.
This morning's headlines. The Ministry of Health reports 7 suspected cases of dengue. Prime Minister of St. Kitts Nevis defends free speech while condemns slander. Details of the morning news right after this.
Not only does it make your white the cleanest and brightest, the benefits of using Clean and White bleach are endless. The sterilizing property of Clean and White bleach is beneficial for several household purposes. Clean and White bleach has the ability to remove mold and mildew from hard surfaces, serve as a disinfectant for household items like your kitchen and bathroom area, and even your baby's toys. Clean and White bleach is available in various sizes at Fine Food. Call 617-6342 or order on Click and Collect your Clean and White bleach today. Clean and White bleach available at Fine Foods and sold island-wide.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
DBS News.
Welcome back to the DBS Major Morning News. The news this morning is brought to listeners through the kind compliments of Fine Foods Inc., HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited, and Petro Caribe. My name is Curtis Matthew. Here we go with our lead story on this Good Friday. The national epidemiologist Dr. Shaluddin Ahmed has encouraged the public to monitor leptospirosis and dengue in Dominica. Dr. Ahmed made this statement on Thursday.
Our teams continue to closely monitor the leptospirosis situation across Dominica. Since the last update, 7 new suspected cases have been reported, all requiring hospitalization. Fortunately, all patients are responding well to treatment and no fatalities have occurred. The cases have been reported sporadically across the island, from Salibia to Stockfarm, with affected individuals in communities such as Kalibeshi, Bourne, Koliho, and Gata Village. This geographic spread underscores the need for continued vigilance and public awareness. Dengue. Our surveillance system remains actively engaged in monitoring suspected dengue cases across the island. To date, in 2025, we have recorded 147 suspected dengue cases. Of these, 84 samples have been tested for arboviruses, including dengue, chikungunya, and Zika viruses, using PCR methodology in our national laboratory. Only 1 positive case was identified in February, with all other results returning negative for these 3 arboviruses. Given these findings, we are preparing to test for additional arboviruses through our regional reference laboratory to further investigate potential causes. We have also received reports of IgG antibody positive dengue cases from a private laboratory using rapid antibody tests. It is important to clarify that IgG antibodies indicate past exposure to arboviruses, not necessarily recent infection. In contrast, IgM antibodies would suggest acute or recent infection. However, these rapid tests have known limitations, including cross-reactivity among arboviruses, making them less specific for confirming dengue infections. To date, no severe dengue cases have been confirmed. However, we remain vigilant as all 4 dengue serotypes are known to circulate in Dominica. Of particular concern is the risk of severe dengue, previously called dengue hemorrhagic fever, in individuals who experience sequential infections with different serotypes. These can lead to life-threatening complications, including bleeding, organ failure, and shock without prompt medical intervention. High-risk populations, such as individuals with comorbid conditions, especially sickle cell disease, require heightened awareness and early clinical evaluation for any dengue-like symptoms.
And that's the national epidemiologist, Dr. Shaladin Ahmed. He says the flu outbreak declared earlier is no longer a threat.
The recent flu outbreak has officially ended, with case numbers remaining below the epidemic threshold for several consecutive weeks. Between March 9 and 29, a total of 281 cases were reported, with a noticeable peak following carnival celebrations. As with the recent gastroenteritis outbreak, slightly more women, 56%, were affected. Cases range from infants as young as 4 months to senior age 90. The most impacted age groups were young children, who accounted for 37% of cases, and adults aged 25 to 44, who made up of 24%. Roseau Health District recorded the majority of cases, 63%. Laboratory testing confirmed influenza B as the dominant strain, with only 1 case of influenza A identified and no cases of COVID-19 detected. We are grateful to report that there were no severe cases or deaths associated with this outbreak.
And that's the national epidemiologist, Dr. Shaladin Ahmed. He has reported a decline in the number of cases of gastroenteritis compared to the same period last month.
We are seeing encouraging signs as gastroenteritis cases have been steadily declining since March 5th, although case numbers remain slightly above the threshold. During the most recent reporting period, the cases dropped by 24% compared to the previous week. And notably, there were no hospital admissions. From January 5th to April 12th, a total of 1,611 cases were reported, with a slightly higher proportion in females than males. Patients range in age from 2 months to 91 years, with children under 14 accounting for the majority of cases, 58%. The most commonly reported symptoms were watery diarrhea, vomiting, and abdominal pain, often accompanied by fever. Cases were widespread, affecting 124 communities from Capuchin to Scottshead, with Roseau Health District representing 57% of the total. Laboratory testing confirmed rotavirus as the primary cause of the outbreak. We are relieved to report that there have been no severe complications or deaths associated with these cases.
Other news this morning, the Dominica Association of Teachers, DAT, is mourning the death of the association's first president, Kenneth Samuel. Mr. Samuel of Marigot passed earlier this week.
The Dominica Association of Teachers is saddened by the passing of a stalwart of the association, Mr. Kenneth Samuel, the first president of the DAT, passed away on Tuesday, 15th April 2025. On behalf of the National Executive and the General Membership, I extend deepest sympathies to his entire family and his former colleagues in the teaching fraternity. May his soul rest in peace.
And that's the Public Relations Officer of the Dominica Association of Teachers, Juanita Carbon. The Dominica Association of Teachers, DAT, is to convene its 23rd General Meeting on Wednesday, April 23 at Goodwill Parish Hall.
The theme chosen is Unite, Aspire, Achieve, the power of teamwork in education. Down to deliver the feature address is Dr. Francis O'Severin, Pro Vice Chancellor and Principal of the University of the West Indies Global Campus. The day's activities will also include annual reports, update on salary negotiations, launch of 2025 World Teachers' Day celebrations, introduction of DAT's youth arm, and the recognition of retired members. All educators and specifically members of DAT are encouraged to attend this meeting and to engage actively in the discussions and affairs of our union. Juanita Carbon, Public Relations Officer, Dominica Association of Teachers.
Over 900 Dominican candidates will sit the 2025 May-June CXC exams. Here is the local CXC registrar, Magali Celestine.
Another exam season is upon us. We are here preparing feverishly for the 2025 CSEC, CAPE, CCSLC, and CVQ exams. This year for CSEC, we have a total of 926 candidates, which comprises of 733 school students and 193 private candidates. We also have CVQ happening at the Goodwill Secondary School in Garment Production. We have 3 students this year, but I can tell you they usually do a very wonderful job. All right, so for CSEC, we have 33 subjects. 17 centers will be used this year to accommodate our students for the exams. And for CAPE, we have 153 students doing the CAPE. Most of our students come from the Academic School of Learning, and we also have the Business Training Center and some private candidates who are going to take up those exams. We also have GCE A-level exams. This year, unfortunately, we have only 1 candidate. So every year we see the numbers are dwindling. I guess because of the cost of the exams, not many students are able to afford it. But those who really need it, they show forth. So our GCE exams are going to run for the period April 29 to June 5.
And that's the local CXC registrar, Magali Celestine. The Dominica Solid Waste Management Corporation is advising the Dominican public that garbage collection will not take place during the Easter holidays. Here is the Public Relations Officer of the Dominica Solid Waste Management Corporation, Rhoda St. John.
The Dominica Solid Waste Management Corporation would like to inform residents from the various communities that garbage will not be collected on Easter, Monday, and Good Friday. Please note the communities that will be affected during this time. Good Friday, residents of the communities Bath Estate, City Breeze, Grand Bay, Bellevue, Chopin, Pishley, Newton Highway, Massac, Check Hall, Fokole, Stock Farm, Yampis, Tarish Pete, St. Joseph, Mero, Layu, Taru, Maho Highway, Maho, Belfast, Jimit, Benawaven, Canefield East, Canefield Flat, Roger, Antrim, River Estate, behind Old Mill, Picarda, Portsmouth, Grand Bay, Bellevue, Chopin. Please note that your garbage will be collected on Tuesday, the 22nd of April. Easter Monday, residents of the communities such as Emzol, City Breeze Apartments, Lubia including Leopoldville, Madrell, Fobawa, Soufriere, Scott's Head, Point Michel, Wallhouse, Castle Comfort, Goodwill, Portersville, Gotar, Tarish Beat, Squat, Salisbury, Collyho, Colibisri, Portsmouth Central, Portsmouth Hospital Road, Marigot to Concord. Kindly take note that your garbage will be picked up on Thursday, the 24th of April. Remember, your waste, your responsibility.
And that's the Public Relations Officer for the Dominica Solid Waste Management Corporation, Rhoda St. John. The establishment of 4 mini libraries and the construction of a bus stop for the community of Scotts Head are among the major projects set to be undertaken during the community's reunion celebration. The 2025 Scotts Head reunion will bring together past and current residents of Soufriere, Gallio, and Scotts Head from June 27 to the 6th of July under the theme Connecting Our Past with the Present for a Brighter Tomorrow. President of the Soufriere, Gallio, and Scotts Head Reunion Committee is Jeff Bellot.
As part of this reunion, there will be a Creole Mass. We'll be also having a talent night. We also be having a comedian and jokes night. One of the guest performers will be Frankie Moses as a guest. We'll be having Sakis Lapo Cabit Band. We'll be having DJs and live performances as well from live bands. And we'll also having the climax the Saturday before the last day, which will be July the 5th. We'll be having the good old Corner Corner, the original Corner Corner, just like it used to be done before. And then the Friday, July 4th, we'll be having a dinner and dance. And then on July 6th, we'll climax it with award-giving ceremony for people who make contributions, education, fellowship, community service, community development, fishermen who have contributed as well, and elderly on that day. We'll be having an exhibition to climax that. During that celebration, there will be boat rides and whale watching from local fishermen in the area. I encourage people to take advantage of scuba diving, snorkeling, and free diving in the area. And we're also going to be working some other groups in Dominica, for example, a trip to the Kalinago territory, where one of our business owners in Dominica, JP Plumbing, assisting in building restroom facilities there. So we'll be going do that delivery for the people at the Kalinago territory. So we invite everybody from all around the world to come to Scotts Head for the reunion.
And of course, the reunion from June 27 to July 6, you heard from the president of the Soufriere, Gallio, and Scotts Head Reunion Committee, Jeff Bellot. The official launch of Reunion Scotts Head is scheduled for Sunday afternoon in Scotts Head.
Easter Sunday, God's willing, there will be the launching of the reunion, which starts approximately 4:30 p.m. in the downtown area in Scotts Head. And in the launching, we will be having some speakers speak to encourage people to work together. And then the total program or activities will be launched that day. T-shirts also will be launched. So we invite everybody to Scotts Head for Easter Sunday for the launching, and also looking for people to be part of that reunion from June 27 to July 6.
And that's the president of the Soufriere, Gallio, and Scotts Head Reunion Committee, Jeff Bellot. And the PPFC Hunger and Thirst After Righteousness Drama Club is preparing for one of its biggest events this weekend. Local and regional artists will converge on the Bill Michael Daniel Memorial Park on Easter Sunday for an evening of praise and concert.
The PPFC Hunger and Thirst After Righteousness Drama Group urge you to get ready for an unforgettable night of praise, power, and purpose. Join us for a soul-stirring experience as the heavens open. This is more than just a concert, it's a divine encounter. The concert features Positive from other Trinidad and Tobago and other local artists including J. Crow, Jerry Lloyd, Solace, Shamandi Ministries, Sanctified, and much more. Come expecting spirit-filled worship that will shake the heavens, uplifting messages that will ignite your faith, a vibrant atmosphere of joy, healing, and breakthrough. The date for this concert is on Easter Sunday, April 20th, 2025. Time 7 p.m. sharp. The venue is at the Bill Michael Daniel Memorial Park. This park is right next to the People's Pentecostal Church in Goodwill. Come with expectation, live with transformation. Let every heart prepare him room, because God is about to do something mighty, something supernatural. Please, don't miss this concert.
And that's Kathy Augustine of the PPFC Hunger and Thirst After Righteousness Drama Club. Prime Minister of St. Kitts Nevis, Dr. Terence Drew has reaffirmed his administration's commitment to freedom of speech while drawing a line against the misuse of digital platforms for slander and defamation. Dr. Drew addressed a recent legal action he took in response to statements made about him. He says free speech is encouraged in St. Kitts Nevis along with open discussion, but he asked, what does that have to do with you accusing me of corruption with no proof other than slander? He further clarified that his legal action is not an attack on free expression, but a defense of his integrity and the nation's global reputation. It is 21 minutes after 7 o'clock. That's the news. Sports right after this.
Give babies the comfort they need with paddless diapers. A diaper with a powerful storage core that locks the wetness away and keep your baby dry. Soothe your baby's skin with a breathable cotton-like cover because Paddler's Diapers has a wetness indicator. Your precious baby deserves a diaper like Paddler's, which has an easy fit due to flexible side panels with stretch that ensures increased comfort and freedom to move, to crawl, to walk, to run and play. Paddlers, distributed by Fine Foods and sold island-wide.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
Covering the nation and beyond. DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
Exciting news from NBD. We are relocating to a bigger, better, and more modern space. On April 22nd, we will be welcoming you to our Old Street branch, designed with your comfort and convenience in mind. More space for a seamless banking experience, modern facilities, and enhanced services. Now in a brand new space. Please note that our last day of operations at our Bayfront branch will be April 17th, 2025. For more details, contact us at 255-2300 and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. NBD, your partner, your bank.
Let's begin the DBS Morning Sports Report with football news. The Roosevelt-carried Bombers suffered their first defeat of the season as the DFA Premier League continued last night. The Bombers went down to Sagicor Southeast at Benjamin's Park in Portsmouth. Aaron Prince got the winner in stoppage time as Southeast came from behind to win the game 3-2. Deron James and Jocelyn Prince also scored for the Southeast, while Anton LaRocque and Tyrese Carbon converted for the Bombers. Southeast beating the Bombers by 3-2. Some cricket news now. The former lead selector for the West Indies, Desmond Haynes, has been appointed to the ICC Men's Cricket Committee. Dr. Haynes joins the committee following the completion of the tenure of former West Indies all-rounder and respected cricket administrator Roger Harper. The appointment maintains a strong West Indies presence on the prestigious committee and reflects the continuing influence of Caribbean cricket at the highest levels of sports governance. Dr. Haynes, who most recently served as the lead selector for the West Indies men's teams from January 2022 to June 2024, brings his wealth of cricket knowledge and administrative experience to this important role. President of Cricket West Indies, Dr. Kishore Shallow, says the appointment of Dr. Haynes to the ICC Men's Cricket Committee is a significant moment for West Indies cricket. Dr. Shallow says not only does Haynes bring his legendary status as one of the greatest opening batsmen, but also his sharp cricket mind and deep understanding of the modern game. The West Indies women picked up a 3-wicket win over Bangladesh women in the ICC's Women's World Cup qualifier yesterday. The win takes them one step closer to qualifying for the World Cup. After winning the toss, Bangladesh women elected to bat first. They posted 227 for 9 in their 50 overs. Aliyah Aline picked up 4 for 39 for the West Indies women. Afi Fletcher and Hayley Matthews got 2 wickets each. In response, the West Indies women got 228 for 7. Chinelle Henry was not out 51. Stephanie Taylor, the former captain, added 36. Hayley Matthews, 33. And Kiana Joseph, 31. Aliyah Aline was named player of the match for her 4 for 39. The West Indies women's captain Hayley Matthews says despite the conditions of the field, they were happy to bowl first.
Yeah, it was pretty tough in the first 15 overs, or the first 25 overs, but then Aliyah Aline came in with a match-winning spell, obviously getting player of the match for the spell that she produced, but yeah, really pulling the game back into our favor to restrict them to 230. And then, yeah, with the bat, probably got off to a pretty good start with Kiana and Zayda at the top, and I felt like we were able to control the game pretty much throughout the innings to be able to chase it down in 46. Yeah, I think just rest up and recover tomorrow, get ourselves back in a good mental space, obviously taking a lot of confidence from this game, but understanding the importance of the last match as well. I think we want to go out there and win it, but net run rate is definitely going to come into play if we want to have a chance at qualifying, so hopefully we can go out and win it convincingly as well.
And that's the West Indies women's captain, Hayley Matthews. The West Indies will play their final qualifying match against Thailand tomorrow. The West Indies will host South Africa in a men's 8-team home series from the 21st of May to June 11. The tour will feature 3 50 overs matches and 2 4-day first-class games, all hosted at the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground in St. Lucia. Cricket West Indies CEO Chris Derring reinforced the significance of the series and its role in energizing the region, stating the upcoming A Series provides an excellent opportunity for the players and teams to prepare for international commitments. Director of Cricket Miles Bascom added that this is a critical part of the development of the players while creating a pathway towards full international selection. The West Indies A squad will be announced soon, while South Africa A is scheduled to arrive in St. Lucia on the 16th of May. Some football news. CONCACAF has raised objections to a proposal to increase the number of teams in the 2030 World Cup. CONCACAF president has criticized the proposal, which will see the World Cup expanded to 64 teams. The plans are being put forward by the South American governing body for football, CONMEBOL. The proposals have also been criticized by UEFA and the Asian Football Confederation, AFC. The 2030 World Cup will be hosted by Spain, Morocco, and Portugal after the opening matches are held in Argentina, Paraguay, and Uruguay. CONMEBOL says it wanted to add more participants to mark the competition's 100-year anniversary. The matter will be discussed at FIFA's 75th Congress in Paraguay on the 15th of May. Finally, this morning, cyclists will hit the road this weekend for the third road race being organized by the Dominica Cycling Association. Sunday's race is scheduled to be the longest race so far this season and will test the riders' endurance. The riders are set to do over 30 miles, riding from Marbois Bar to Colliho and then to Point Michel and back to Marbois Bar. The last road race from Marbois Bar to Layu and back twice was won by elite rider Gitson Marius. It is 7:30 in Dominica and the rest of the Eastern Caribbean on this Good Friday. As I leave the news, I just want to big up and say good morning to all those heading to work on this Good Friday, those about to leave work, and those about to, get some economic activity going. We remember you for your hard work. As I said before, those intending to leave home to go to work, those leaving work and going home, and in fact, all those involved in economic activity today, we at DBS want to big you up and say good morning. Do enjoy your Good Friday. We'll be back with some more news in the course of tomorrow morning. Let's remind you, 9 o'clock this morning, DBS Radio goes to the Methodist Church. That's at 9 o'clock this morning. You don't want to miss that broadcast. And at 3, we go to the Rosa Cathedral as DBS keeps you informed. Today, Good Friday. Hazari, you and the family, a happy day to you. I'm sure we will hear you again in the course of the weekend.
Exciting news from NBD. We are relocating to a bigger, better, and more modern space. On April 22nd, we will be welcoming you to our Old Street branch, designed with your comfort and convenience in mind. More space for a seamless banking experience, modern facilities, and enhanced services. Now in a brand new space. Please note that our last day of operations at our Bayfront branch will be April 17th, 2025. For more details, contact us at 255-2300 and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. NBD, your partner, your bank.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins, and bidets. PVC piping, fittings, and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.